Hey guys, it's Tucker with the Real Dealz podcast. It's kind of a short week this week with the 4th of July coming up, so we didn't have time to get in the office to actually do a full podcast this week, but we'll be back next week. But instead, myself and Dan decided to come out to our latest knockdown new build project that we did here in a really high-end area just outside of Portland. And this house actually sold in about 12 hours. But since the last podcast episode was all on designing your rehabs and your new builds to sell, I thought that, hey, let's take you guys out to one of our most recent projects that actually sold in 12 hours and show you guys kind of one of our finished products so you can see what it looks like. So let's go inside and check. All right, guys, we're here right in front of the front door of our new construction project. We'll take you in and we'll kind of do like a crib slash Real Dealz TV episode so you can see how our finished product turned out. So come on in. As you walk into the entry here, this is kind of the first impression that people get when they walk in the house. So we do a lot of millwork. You can see the ceiling. We do box beams, and then we actually do some wainscoting up on the ceiling in between the box beams. It gives it a really nice look. We do these older schoolhouse style lights. And then as you pan into our dining room, this is one of our more popular plans. We have kind of dining up front along with an office. But you can see that we did kind of some full height wainscoting here all around the room. Really cool design. And then we actually are doing wallpaper a lot these days as well. So you can see the print that we chose for this particular house. I really like. I think it's a really cool print. And then as you also see the windows, as Dan kind of pans back around, we did the inside of the windows actually kind of a charcoal color so that they pop. These are actually wood windows that we did, which allows us to paint them, which gives kind of a different look, a little more design type quality to our finished product. So this particular room really turned out well, and then of course we've got our custom chandelier here that's hanging over the staging. So this dining room really turned out well. As we go into the office here, we did kind of batten board style, wainscoting all the way to the ceiling, and then we actually do crown molding all the way around too. So it really dresses it up. And then again, right above you here, Dan will probably back up, you can see that we do transoms above the doors. And this is one way to bring light in, and it adds you know, some extra kind of style to our design. And then lastly, one thing that a lot of builders and renovators don't do that they really should is that we do a lot of can lighting, and we put in a ton of lights. A lot of houses are fairly dim, they just don't have enough light. So we do a ton of can lighting, but when we do them, we actually do like a stainless steel baffle. So inside the light, it's not white and it's not black. That's kind of a cheap look when you look at can lights that have either that white or black baffle. We actually do a stainless steel baffle. So it's got a really clean, nice look, and it just makes it feel rich. So as you kind of come in here, now you've got the kind of great room, living area off to your right, and then you've got your kitchen off to the left here. So in our kitchen here, we always do a big island, as you can kind of see. We're doing quartz a lot these days. So this is actually a quartz island. It kind of looks like marble, but it's a lot more durable, and quartz is kind of the countertop right now that people seem to like a lot. So we're doing it in a lot of our projects right now. One thing also is we generally do a different color on the perimeter than we do on the island. It gives it a little contrast, and it just makes it look nice. And one thing that's really cool, and one thing that we do to really make our kitchens seem rich, is here you've got your drawer. Look at that, huh? Soft close, kind of a cool thing. So then we've got our really cool backsplash here. One thing that we do is we go all the way to the ceiling with our backsplashes. So some people will just do like an extension of whatever the slab is for the countertop up about 4 to 6 inches, which personally I think that looks really cheap. You should always do a custom backsplash, and if you can, run it all the way to the ceiling. It looks really nice. Lastly, we've got an apron sink here, stainless apron sink. These are really nice sinks, and if you can do these in your projects, I definitely would suggest that you do. Buyers absolutely love them. So, and then we've got our custom light fixtures, and we always do appliances. We never cheap out and don't put a fridge in. A lot of builders or developers or rehabbers don't put fridges in, trying to save a few bucks. Just put them in. It makes your houses look that much nicer. At the end of the day, it's not that much more money. And the buyers are probably going to ask for it anyway, so you might as well do it. Then we come into our living area here. We've got these really cool doors that slide open. so it goes to your outdoor living. And again, we do a lot of wainscoting. You can see we go up, around. We did crown molding throughout the entire house. And then as you kind of come around here, you've got shelves on both sides of your fireplace. And we did, again, some custom tile work here on the fireplace. The hearth, we did a little bit different design than we did actually on the fireplace. So it kind of breaks it up, adds a little more design, and just makes it look really nice. And again, we kind of continued here with a lot of intricate woodworking all the way around the fireplace. And then as we go over here, this is another area where a lot of people will cheap out. They'll do a half wall here instead of doing open rail. If you do the half wall, it's basically a drywall wall that you just paint, and it looks like an extension of the wall. By us doing it an open rail, along with an intricate post here at the bottom, it just gives it a really nice look. So that's the downstairs. Let's head up and check out the master. All right, come on in the master here. This is the master bedroom. I'm not gonna give you guys a full tour of every room in the house, but this is definitely one of the rooms that I wanna show you guys. As you can see, it's much bigger than, well, just take my word for it. It's much bigger than a lot of the other bedrooms, but one of the other things that we did is we always try and vault our masters to some extent. And by doing that, it makes the rooms feel bigger, grander, and at the end of the day, you know, the people that are gonna be paying for the house are the ones that are living in this room. So you gotta make them feel like they're living in a really fancy house, and this will help do that. One thing we also do is we always do master suites. So this is the master bath. As you kind of come in here, we do a lot of marble, as you can see, all over the floors, the counters, a lot of woodworking in here too. We did some on the face of the tub here, and then up and around, you can see that we did crown everywhere. And again, our can lights have the stainless steel baffle. And then we have our frameless glass shower door here. This is one area that you can really dress up your bathrooms by not doing a frame around the doors. This is called a frameless glass shower door. It opens nicely both ways. And then we did a lot of custom tile work within the shower there. We've got a couple different shower heads because obviously you need one to shower, and then you need another one to actually clean the shower. So if you're going to put in custom showers like this, you know, put in that extra thought when you design it, because you'll definitely get it out when you go to sell the home. Now, as we come around here, this is another thing that we always like to do in our new projects. We have a big walk-in closet because people can never have enough closet space. So by having kind of a master suite with a nice bath and then a big walk-in closet like this, it really helps sell the houses for us. And this one sold in about 12 hours. So that's the upstairs. Let's take you guys out back and show you the backyard. Let's go out back and check out the backyard. So as you can see back here, we're in the Portland market, so it rains a lot. Right now it's a beautiful day out, but it does rain a lot. So we always do covered outdoor living, and then we do some tongue and groove cedar up here in the ceilings, which really gives it a nice look. Because if you're going to be out here, you know, we like to try and dress it up as much as we can. But we've got a nice covered area here for you. This particular neighborhood is 5,000 to 6,000 square foot lots, so you generally don't get a huge backyard. And with some of the design restrictions with putting and building detached garages, it doesn't give us a lot of leeway in order to make the backyard bigger. So this is about as best we can do, but we always do full landscaping. That way it looks as nice as it possibly can. And obviously the buyers liked it because it sold in 12 hours. So that's the backyard. That's the double car garage. Let's go back inside and then we'll wrap. All right, guys, that's a tour of our latest knockdown new build. Again, this house was almost $1 million, so it was a higher end price point house. But even so, it sold in about 12 hours. So just because it's a high-end house doesn't mean you can't sell them quickly as well. So we've actually got about 6 or 7 other properties that we've already bought in this particular neighborhood where we're going to be doing new construction as well. So we're really excited to see that this one sold as fast as it did. And we actually have a lineup of buyers who missed out on this one who are just waiting for our next houses to get finished. So this house really served us well, and the community seemed to love it. So we're excited to get our next ones built. But I hope you guys enjoyed our tour here. I wanted to kind of show you what it is that we actually do and not just talk about it on the podcast. And hopefully by bringing you guys out to our most recent project here, it does that. So hope you guys like what you saw. I'll see you guys on the next episode.